Hey, my name is Matt Harris at Jones Technical Institute. Today we're going to show you how to do a alignment check on the alignment rack for a 2011 Mustang. Before we did this, we did a pre-alignment inspection, got up under there, checked all the suspension components, shocks, struts, tie rod ends, everything. Checked our wheel pressure, which that's good. We went ahead and set up the sensors that it's going to need. All except for one. I'll show you how to properly install that one. When you bring it onto the alignment rack, you drive it most of the way up. You need to roll it on. Once you stop it right about here, roll it onto here, because you don't want to mess up these pads. Underneath these pads are nylon rollers. If you drive it onto there and hit the brakes on there, you could destroy them. And we don't feel like paying money that we don't have right now. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to put on this last sensor. When you put these on, they're very self-explanatory. This one comes with direction of the car, and the tire it should go on. Each of these, the tires that they're supposed to go on, are colored accordingly. When you put them on, get it in there centered, these will close in. All you got to do is crank this down. Now you want it fully seated up against the tire on all these. We went ahead and checked all those around there, and then there you go. The other thing is they got them matched up with these cameras, so you want nothing obstructing that. Alright, we already went ahead and put the vehicle VIN in here. So when you go in here, it tells us to measure these tires, or not measure the tires, measure the ride height. When you come in and measure the ride height, it wants you to measure it from ground level to the bottom of that right there, and we are getting 7 3/4 right there as a little way to cheat, since we can't get really under this ground level with it sitting on the ground. Come right up here, got about 8 1/4. So what you're going to do, we're going to measure both wheels, and then we're going to go to the back and measure the back. What you need to do is take both those measurements and actually find the difference between them on each tire. Here we're at 7 1/4, and we are at 8 1/4 there too. We're going to go up to the back. From the back, you're measuring from the axle to where the bump stop is, and that gives us 4 3/4 and 4 3/4. That's the exact same on each side. So we come over here, we put our numbers in. You pull that one back out for me. Put our numbers in. We already got our numbers in here. They say we're good. I'm going to show you on this system, if you put in a bad number, it's going to show you red. That means your ride height's out of whack. So we're going to put that back in there. Next thing it tells us to do, it shows us all our minimum, maximum, preferred numbers on here. Alright, now it's going to have us check the sensors. Our sensors are good. Now I need to roll the car forward according to that. And also, if you look up here on your sensors, you got a little arrow up there, a red arrow that says forward. Also, it shows both those left side sensors are blocked. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to come back here and check both sides. And slowly roll it forward, just ever so slightly. And it says stop. It's supposed to do a little ding, did a ding. Okay, now it says go backwards. All right, that left sensor ain't reading for some reason. There we go. Where's the ding? There's the ding. All right, wants it to roll it back forward. And there we go. All right. Put those back in there. Now we come back up to the front of the car. All right. So it's showing us our revolutions per mile. Our ride height, 28 inches. They're about the same all the way around. Or 25 inches, I mean. 25.9, 25.9 in the front. 25.5, 25.4 in the back. We might be a pound, half a pound under pressure or lower pressure than right here, but the pressure checked out good, so we know it's not a pressure issue. So now we're going to take our brake pedal depressor and install it. Do not mind the mess. You need that. All right, all the pins are unlocked from there. All right, so now we're gonna go click next, and now we're gonna be testing the caster and the camber. So instead of sitting in there and doing it, you could actually do it just like this. It doesn't take much. Now it tells you to go back the other way. Return back to center. Now it tells you to check, see if the steering wheel is level. If you come right here, you can see that steering wheel is perfectly level. All right, good, level. You come back over here. It's good. And there's all your readings for caster camber. Toe in, toe out. Here, camber. It's preferred 0.8 degree or negative 0.8 degrees. Right here we're negative 1.4, so we're in the minimum, just in the minimum right there. This side we're a little better. Our caster's off. The reason being is this car came stock with 18-inch tires. I put 20-inch rims with lower profile high performance tires, so it gives it a little different sitting than it's supposed to. To actually compensate for that, I need to drop it about 1.5 inches in the rear end and 1 inch up forward, and that'll bring the caster camber back to normal. But right now, don't have the money to do that. It still rides perfectly fine. It's, according to this though, because it's going off of what stock should be, is saying it's wrong. My toe, this one's at 0.05. Minimum is 0.0. At most, 1/100th of an inch. Or I'm sorry, at most 2/100ths, 2/10ths. Sorry, 2/10ths. Same over here, most 2/10ths, preferred 1/10th, minimum 0. Right here we're on the preferred number. We're a little low here, but with the way the camber is different, it evens it out. Back here we have no adjustable toe in, toe out. It's a solid axle. It's a drive axle. So there's no toe in, toe out. Camber's good. You need a kit to change that anyways. If you needed to adjust something, you know, you could look more detailed. It could tell you, you know, it gives you these nice graphs on what you're looking at. If you come back out here, you got these, here's how to adjust the tie rod. So it takes all the guesswork out of it. Couple good things to do is measure before you adjust. So if you adjust the wrong way, you could go back to where you were. Also, after you adjust, put your steering wheel back to straight. Make sure put the other one back. You know, put the other tie rod where it measured out to, and then adjust from there again, and then recheck it all again. This will help you get it right on. I try to go for the preferred. You know, I try to get it dialed on in. But this car right now, with the way everything's set up on it, it rides straight, it doesn't pull left or right. The tire wear is actually really good. There's no excess tire wear. I've had these same tires on here since July of 2015. So all in all, these tires are wearing perfect. When you finish it up, it shows you what all your angles are, and there's everything. And they do make printable versions of these, so where you could actually print it out and show the customer, keep it for yourself. You know, they have all these easy to read charts. Green isn't always good. The preferred number is what's good. To say here's your vehicle alignment report. To get those in the red for the caster camber, like I said, I need to lower that caster, or need to drop the rear end of this vehicle about 1.5 inches, and I'd push that tire back out. Think about as a brake on a bike or a motorcycle. That motorcycle is raked out like this, or that bicycle is raked out like this, because that's the optimal riding. If it's turned back like this, it doesn't do its job. So that's about everything on there. I'm not going to change anything under here since I know how it drives, and it actually does not pull at all. I'm going to leave it like it is till I go and do what I need to do to the car and actually lower it properly. Till then, have a good day.